Hey Saber fans, welcome back. This is Adam from Force Sabers. So I have another Ultrasabers Rebuild. So this is the Dark Princess. Really cool hilt. One of my favorite parts of this hilt is this emitter here. I think it's pretty awesome with the shine through that you can see when the blade's inserted and the LED is fired up. But overall, really cool design. I actually like the size and the heft of this saber. It's actually pretty big, as most Ultrasabers are, but I kind of like how it came out with this. Also with the pommel here, with this, how it opens up for the sound ports. I think it's a really cool design that they went with. So this is a custom commission. So wanted basically the Princess Saber. You usually see them pretty clean and shiny, but we wanted to put some weathering in here, make it look like it's been through a couple battles. So that's what we did. Also, inside of this was just a standard blue LED, single LED with the emerald driver, I believe it is. So just one sound font, pretty much a basic board, no flash and clash or anything. So we took all that out, put a crystal focus 10 soundboard in here, kept pretty much just the black 16mm switch here, put a RGB LED in there, a 28mm bass speaker, 18650 battery, and a chassis which holds it all in place. And then took the outside and reworked that. So on the outside here, starting at the emitter, took that, did some Dremel work in here, added some black paint, brushed it on, let it dry a little bit, then wiped it off just to create a little bit of weathering here, and then to get into all the little Dremel marks and stuff like that too. Took some raw sienna paint and went in and just certain areas, brushed some brown in there to make it look like some rust. Definitely one of the things I've been doing with my sabers is to add a little bit of brown in there. Adds another layer of depth to the color, and then creates more, makes it more real with the paint. As it would get weathered over time, water would dry in the crevices of the metal and create just little rust spots. So I think that was fitting to add just a little more weathering to this. So with the Dark Princess Saber, you already had the black in here, but didn't want to keep it so pristine, so just add a little bit of silver in here in certain spots, a little more of that raw sienna to add some more rust in there. You can see here just a little bit in black areas. Don't want to go too crazy with the damage and the dremeling, but definitely want to add some weathering to it, especially on the black areas. A little bit of more Dremel work down here. As you can see, just some more silver, some more of that raw sienna again. And then when you're painting too, a couple of tips here while I'm going over this. You would think that when you're putting, so like the raw sienna for example, you would put it around maybe the switch area, because that's where wood puddle in areas, down definitely beyond the grooves and stuff like that. And then also too, so this is a pretty shiny saber. It was all chrome, as you can see, with the black, so that's different tones of different sheens, and then you're adding the paint in there with the silver and the brown. So after you do all that, so it kind of looks off when you're originally looking at it, because you have all these different variations in sheen between the paint and the chrome and the black. So I took that and did a matte finish over top of it, so it creates now an even sheen through the entire saber, so it makes it look more cohesive. So just a little tip, if you're doing repaint on your sabers, definitely makes it look better. Also usually makes the paint pop more too. Usually brings out the color of whatever paint you might have added to it. Down to the pommel area, so a little more of that rust and weathering there. Definitely like how the black got in these grooves of this dremeling. Didn't go too deep in there, but just a light dremeling on top. Add a little bit of effect to it. Down to the pommel, a little more cracks in there. So let's take it over to the other side, put a blade in there, fire it up and take a look at it with the sound on. Alright, so we have a blade installed now, so let's take a look at a couple of the features with the blade installed here. So the sound font's got smooth swing. It's one of the Leia fonts. The blaster. Lockup. Flashes. To get in the spectrum mode on this, since it's a one button, you're just going to hold and twist. You'll hear the prompt, and then you can just rotate it on a dial, switch through all the colors, go back to the blue, like this royal blue, and if you hold it again, go into blade profiles, and then you can rotate through different profiles I set up on here. So being an in-hill LED, you basically have different flicker effects from a steady all the way up to a pretty fast flicker to a slow pulse. And we've got 9 set up in here, but so we'll just have a slight flicker on there. And then just tap the button and then it locks it in. So it's a pretty cool font. It's got a nice Leia hum to it from the movie. Hold the button to turn it off, and then you also have backtrack too. If you can hear that. Starts off pretty low on the soundtrack, but then it picks up. So I have 3 set up on here. Came with the sound font. Double press to turn it off. And then we're going to switch to another font. So
Soldering selection.
just keep pulling that button down.
Son of darkness, like young Rebel Vader. Metropolis. Jedi, prepare for death. This is General Kenobi.
Let's go to Kenobi 1.
Hello there. Mute.
Oh, if you hold it down too long, you go into mute as well.
You can't win.
So we can't have a red blade on Kenobi here, so let's switch that.
Spectrum.
Let's go to green blade. Tap it to lock it in. So it's got a couple of pre-on and post-off sounds. Let's switch to one more.
Soldering selection.
This is General Kenobi.
Off is a pretty cool sound font. Let's fire that one up. Another smooth swing font. This one's a little bit softer on the smooth swing, but as you swing it faster, you get the accent swings on there. See if this one has a backtrack. Yep. There you go. You still have access to the saber as well. It really feels like you're in the movies. Double press to turn it off. So there you go. So there is the Ultrasabers Leia Saber. Completely redone. Got some weathering on there. Looks fantastic. Really makes it stand out now. So I know he's going to enjoy it. As always, take care. check back, subscribe. Always got awesome sabers coming. And yep, and we'll see you next time. Take care and God bless.